Okay, we are now recording. Stand by. Just making sure everything's running. Looking good here.
This ain't gonna work.
That'll work.
It won't.
There's one. And there's two. Okay, excellent. Alright, so I'll give you guys the countdown. I'm going to make sure everyone's starting with a nice smile. And taking it away in 3, 2.
Okay. So once again, thank you, Mike, for taking the time to do this. I'm sorry that the setup was so annoying for you guys. But first I wanted to let you know that I reordered the questions in the outline a tiny bit from probably you last saw them, just to kind of make them flow from one to the next a little bit easier. And so I will ask you the question. And then if you could try to repeat the question in your answer, just so when we edit it together, people know what you were talking about without having to hear my voice.
Okay.
And feel free to pause between thoughts. We're always good with cutting out those pauses and making things seem like they flow. So feel free to take your time with your answers. If you want to repeat something or do it over again, we're happy to do that as well.
Okay.
So
Not a problem.
Yeah. So if you're ready, the first question that through the reordering was, how did Marcor originally get involved with the National Kidney Foundation?
Okay, so how did Marcor get involved with NKF? For our local office, we got involved with NKF back in 2011 when we signed on for the Lehigh Valley Kidney Walk. We started our sponsorship with NKF at that time, but because we were so new to it, we really didn't take advantage of the walk opportunities at that event. We liked the charitable marketing tactic, thereby supporting our customers, which are dialysis providers, clinics, and hospitals. And the online visibility was part of that partnering aspect. Plus, it afforded us a platform to give back to our local community. And so when we discovered we could do more with the on-site presence at the walk, we basically assembled a team. We had a booth, and we decided to become more active the following year. So in 2012, we actually found ourselves up at the Coca-Cola ballpark where the Iron Pigs play. And it was a rather chilly day. We had a small but dedicated team that came up there with us. And we've been walking ever since. In 2013, we teamed up with the Chester County Walk down in Chesterbrook. And the park was always a great venue. And we seem to have beautiful weather each and every year. And so we were involved there for 4 years and actually tried to sponsor certain activities at the walk and adding more things each and every year. Recall actually for 2 years, we brought a band in for live music. We had a photo booth the 1 year. We helped with pumpkins, did a face painting for the kids, and even 1 year we brought in some carnival type games. So we would often stay behind, help a little bit with some cleanup, and then work with the NKF team on things to be thinking about for next year. In 2017, when NKF shifted its effort to really one walk in the greater Philadelphia area, our attendance dropped significantly, but that is when we began to hold our own event to raise awareness and support by having a bowling night. We also participated in the Kidney Ball back in 2012, did some advertising with that, and then would actually later attend the events as they transitioned from the ball to the honor banquets. And I remember those, always a great date night with my wife.
Awesome. One just quick side note, if you have any old photos from any of the walks, from like the Lehigh Valley walks that you just discussed and you wanted to send them over, we can overlay them over your answers and then we can get a real good picture of how long you've been with us. But if you don't have them, don't worry about it.
We do. We've been gathering up some images, some photos from different things. Might even have some video about a little bit about Marquardt that we'll be posting. I talked with Jamie, and we'll be posting that at some point through the box.
Yeah. What about some specific stories or memories from the Philadelphia walk? Do you have anything that you would want to talk about, like specific to Philadelphia, or anything that you guys did for the most recent walk?
I do have an answer for how we've gotten involved, like sort of what transitioned this past year as we did some things virtually. So I have that. As far as specific memories go from some of the Philadelphia walks, I think it rained just about every time we were down there. And some of the pictures certainly that we took reflected that. And but always a great time. And the interesting dynamics were always different as we saw many more people at the Philadelphia walks than we really ever experienced at the Lehigh walk or even at the Chesterbrook one as well. And so our company was able to take and participate and be part of local vendors that were there, and always fun to interact with the different people who were attending, hand out some of the different things that we had. Because of our, we're not directly connected with patients. We don't call on patients. We don't work directly with them. Our efforts and the work that we do is through the providers, through the dialysis clinics, whether that's hospital-based or freestanding clinics. But still, a lot of fun to interact and talk with people and share some stories and hear some different things. And of course, over the years, they were always set up on the Philadelphia Art Steps, and people always wanting to get their picture with Rocky or run up the steps. And just always a great time walking along Boathouse Row and just participating in that. I think in 2019, we had a few more people come out and attend and walk with us. And always a great time, usually with that team and that group. We'd head out for some breakfast afterwards, and that was always a great time as well.
Good.
Perfect.
That was completely off the cuff. I had not prepared anything for that.
Sorry, that was great though. That was great.
Okay.
And you'll see when we put it all together, there's a lot of dicing and splicing. So it's
Okay.
That was perfect. That was great.
All right. So second question, Mike, why did you personally want to get involved with the National Kidney Foundation? I know you have an employee connection, so I don't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I have to be careful about talking about employees. I've already been warned by legal about how that, and we had to address that in the letter. But I think the answer will come across and hopefully reflect some of that. So my personal involvement with NKF really stemmed from two different things. First off was wanting to market our business as a company that cares and give back in a small way to our business healthcare sector. And I was personally challenged by a nephrologist to see if our company would be willing to expand its outreach. And the other was actually from firsthand experiences. I personally knew of at least two individuals who had donated their kidney to a family member who were previously undergoing the rigors of hemodialysis. And it radically transformed the recipient's life and their respective families. The steps necessary to undergo the match and preparatory process is quite impressive. It takes courage, it takes commitment, faith, selflessness, really an others mentality. And these are just wonderful qualities, and qualities that have the ability to encourage and really strengthen humanity, and to inspire and to truly leave a legacy that has the opportunity to impact generations to come. And those are qualities that are worth celebrating. Those are qualities that are worth honoring and telling others about. And so a lot of that was why we wanted to get involved, why we wanted to be a part of that. Those are things we needed then, and I think those are qualities that we need today, perhaps more than any other time. In fact, one of those recipients would later join us at one of our walks down in Chesterbrook, and that was truly an amazing, amazing time. There was another individual, his name is Shad Ireland. I believe he is the only kidney transplant patient to ever compete and finish an Ironman competition. I've read his book, I've heard him speak on several occasions, and have actually worked with him on a project, and certainly an inspiring individual. So there are many stories like that. There are many things that we experience as an organization and that I've personally been exposed to. But certainly those two individuals who gave of themselves, literally gave of themselves, made an inspiration and inspired us to get involved and do more as the years went by.
Love it.
Wow, that was amazing. I think we're done. We got it all. No, just kidding. That was great. That was so good.
All right,
Have you done
then.
this before? Oh my God, this is great.
Nope.
Okay, so next we'll go back specifically to walk, and you want to talk about some of the unique fundraising ideas that you have come up with your walk team.
Yeah, so some of the different unique fundraising ideas that we came up with, I can think of a handful that we did. We really started off very low key, but as we got more involved, we tried to build in other aspects seemingly every year to see how we could improve. First was pretty simple. We just creating an awareness platform about the event itself and having a team. We ended up calling ourselves MarCore Marchers. Got that inspiration or that idea from one of the folks there at NKF. And the walks became this one-day team building event, something outside the office, something outside the shop. And our company would pay for custom one-of-a-kind design t-shirts for anyone who signed up to build some camaraderie around that, some excitement. And part of that awareness message was actually promoting NKF, making it possible for our team members to give monetarily if they wanted. So secondly, was the company helped sponsor some special luncheons where we had a theme or a time of year that we wanted to maybe spotlight, like the 4th of July, for instance. So we would cater the main dish, we would encourage the team members to bring a favorite side, and then we charged everyone a small fee for lunch. But 100% of the proceeds of the money that we brought in all went to the MarCore Marchers walk team for that year. Third, we did some local business gift cards. And again, the company would purchase the cards and then make them available to our employees as great holiday gifts or just for personal use. And again, with all the monies collected, they were donated to NKF. Our fourth was we're struggling a little bit with our Philly Walk attendance since 2017 when that shifted down there. And so we made our once a year company team building event, and we turned that into an employee, family, friend bowling night. And through the company again, basically making the bowling lanes available for us. We made some food that night, and then we would charge everybody a small fee to come and bowl for about 3 hours or so. And even part of that, we included a raffle where we had some local businesses give or donate some things. We had gift cards, company outerwear that we were giving away. And it really created some fun, some excitement. And we sent probably nearly everybody home with some kind of a gift. Everybody was a winner that night. And the raffle monies, along with the monies that we raised to participate in the bowling event, were all again donated to NKF. The fifth thing that we did, and this was actually really just recently, since the event was virtual last year, we were actually able to involve more of our teammates, not just 2 offices that we've done in the past, but we were able to get other teammates involved in the activity. And we actually divided the country into a East Coast, which represented the right kidney, and the West Coast, which represented the left kidney. And we split those teams up to see who could generate the largest team. We had weekly winners for several categories that lasted well over a month. And what that did was that further exposed the more people to the cause. It broadened our reach. It added more unity within the organization as we rallied around the NKF. And it gave more opportunities for people to give and be a part of that. And particularly helpful because so many different things that we were normally planning to do within our Philly office either had to be canceled or postponed.
Okay. Any notes, Jamie?
No, that sounded good. Did I miss the pie contest?
No.
Did we talk about the pie one?
I actually have that mentioned in another segment.
Different question.
Yeah,
Different question? Okay,
I think
great.
so.
Hold on a second. I thought I saw that here in a second here.
Yes, the 10-year partnership question.
Okay, got it. Perfect. I love that. Those are such creative ideas. I mean, I love them.
Yeah.
Everything that you guys did. It's so great, and it's such a great way to get all of your, the employees involved and learn more about kidney health.
Yeah, in the 10-year partnership, I kind of expand on how we were able to broaden our reach within the Minnesota office and challenge them, and kind of made it more of a friendly competition. And then I do talk a little bit more about the whole recent the Boss Pie in the Face contest that they did.
All right, perfect. All right.
Do we
Back
want to
on
do
you.
that one?
So I don't know if you remember, Mike, but a couple years ago, Andrea and I came to visit the office, and I think it was one of the days that you were having you made the food, and everybody could pay a little bit of a fee to come eat, and you made that like bright orange kidney punch. And that was actually my first outing working for the organization. It was my first time getting to experience what some of our partners looked like. And you guys had shown us these videos that you had made that Andrea and I were just in love with, that you had a starring role in. So we were just wondering if you wanted to talk a little bit about these videos. How did you decide that you wanted to create them and go about doing that?
Yeah, so we had created a character a while back, and actually integrated it into some of the things that we were going to be doing for NKF. And so the character got created as we were wanting to do something fun and unexpected at an upcoming sales meeting. And if you recall, this goes back a little ways, but there were some DirecTV ads that featured Rob Lowe as himself, but then there was an alter ego Rob Lowe, who was, whether he was painfully awkward, he was overly paranoid, or scrawny arms, one of my favorite Rob Lowe's. And then he had a couple of other equally alarming characters. And so we thought that was funny. We thought we could maybe build on something like that. And so we created a alter ego, and he was named Shady Mike. And Shady Mike donned a really bad hairpiece, an equally cheesy mustache, and kind of brought back the 70s vibe, really. And to no one's surprise, of course, Shady Mike was not a very good employee. He was very self-absorbed, quite lazy, and he was basically milking the job. And so we ended up putting a video together that had that message, and we played it at the conference, that you don't want to be like this Mike. And it turned out it was a lot of fun and well received. Got a lot of laughs and appreciation for that. Well, sometime later, we ended up doing a skit where Shady Mike did a midday infomercial, and part of that segment had him interviewing two animated characters that were known as the Kidney Kids, Karen and Carl. And again, it was sort of that same message: don't be like this Mike. Come out and support NKF, take part in the walk, be a team player. And so we even incorporated all the characters into that year's walk T-shirt. So that was a lot of fun to do that. I think it was a nice break. People appreciated the humor behind it and the effort to bring some spontaneity and some creative work to the workplace. And the fact that we were able to weave it into that year's walk was a lot of fun.
Would you be willing to share some of that video footage with us? If we cut out the audio and we just had some of the visual in the background under this question? I know
I can get you that.
if you don't want it out there, that's fine.
Yeah,
We love it so much.
Yeah.
Your animated kids.
Yeah, I think if you probably use part of that, what I just explained, or it would help if people could see some things that we did. So I'll work with Glenn. Glenn has some of that stuff, and I think we can figure out what we can make available to you and post it accordingly. Okay?
Awesome. Thanks.
Not a problem. It certainly wasn't something we did every year, so I don't want to give you that impression. It was just that one time.
You came to work every day like that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Fine.
Glenn's like, you came to work like that every day.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. So next is if you want to talk about the 10-year partnership between
Sure.
Marcor and NKF.
Yeah. So our partnership with NKF is hard to believe it's been 10 years, but it's definitely been a great relationship, been a lot of fun over the years. We've gotten to know several individuals within the organization. We've had them up to our facility to introduce the program, generate some excitement, to celebrate with us. Even had Sydney the Kidney make an appearance up here as well. We have worked together on walk committees during events. We've participated at the banquets. At one point, our team had to form a walk committee early on to help brainstorm and spread out the work because it had gotten so big, too much for just one or two of us. And so I'm certainly so appreciative and so proud of the individuals who volunteered their time, their energy, their resources to help make our walks and our participation with NKF just a huge success. And this actually carried over into other regions. We ended up challenging other offices to friendly competition. Our manufacturing facility, which is out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, we continued to basically crush them in a friendly way with having way more team members be a part and join and come out for the walks, despite them having a larger facility, more employees, more people to pull from. We continued to beat them, and so that was always a lot of fun. But a result of that was really twofold. We were able to continue to create some team building and awareness at that facility, at that branch, and that brought in some additional dollars to NKF as a result, both from our company and from the individuals who wanted to give and wanted to support the cause. and make a difference out there in the Minneapolis area. And so, as a result of that, this past year, it blossomed into our parent company, Cantel Medical, doing even more by fundraising. And one of the things they did this year was a Boss Pie in the Face contest. And so that brought in some more fun and excitement, and created a way to generate a few more dollars as well. It's certainly been an enjoyable experience working with NKF over the years, and hopefully we can continue to work together in the days ahead.
That was great. Love it.
Okay, thank you.
Anne Marie? Did we lose her?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize it's muted. My bad. Last question. Can you talk a little bit about the culture at Marcor, and how you believe your culture at the company kind of aligns with NKF's mission and made us and you a good fit?
Yeah, so the culture of NKF and their mission, and in regards to how that ties in really neatly with Marcor's mission and culture. As you know, NKF is dedicated to preventing kidney diseases. It also is about improving the health and well-being of individuals and families affected by kidney disease, and lastly, increasing the availabilities of kidneys for transplantation. And so our business and our company is dedicated to that second mission, and that is centered around ensuring safe water for hemodialysis therapies, working to improve patients' lives with products and services that deal with infection prevention and control, and striving to make each treatment the very best, regardless of their situation. And I believe as an organization, I believe as our team members reflect a culture of people who want to make a difference and actually do make a difference every day. They give their time, they give up their resources, they find ways to partner together, and ultimately believe in something greater than themselves. But it goes without saying, it's also a reflection of leadership. Demonstrating that day in and day out, allowing this type of involvement and care to flourish and thrive within our organization. So I'd say it's definitely a culture where people care about their jobs, they care about their teammates, they care about each other, they care about their customers, they take pride in their work and wanting to make a difference each and every day. And so I see some real similarities between the two organizations, and certainly proud to have partnered with NKF all these years.
Awesome. Any notes, Jamie?
Great. No,
Believe me,
I don't
never
actually.
did.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
I think this is,
yeah, acceptance.
I think that worked out well.
Do we want to do that now, Jamie?
Yeah, did you do an acceptance speech? Do you have one?
I have not. Did not.
Okay, that's fine. We can just,
Well, we can wing that.
You can send that.
wanna
Or
wing
you want
it?
to wing it?
It doesn't have to be long.
Like less than a
Don't
minute.
forget to thank.
Okay.
What we're looking for.
You can take,
All right.
you wanna take some time?
Hey, don't forget to
Yeah,
thank the
write it
little
down.
people.
Yeah, let's see here real quick. Just so I get this correct, it's the Leadership in Business Award. That's the title, correct?
Yes.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I just probably something pretty simple.
Yeah. Whenever, well, I'll just explain. So it's going to be Jamie's husband is actually the MC. So your video will play, and then it's going to cut back to Michael, and then Michael will present the award. He'll just say, we're proud to announce the Leadership in Business Award goes to Mark Hoare, and then it will cut back to you. And that can be how you do your lead-in, if you just want to say thank you, Michael, or whatever you want to start out with. And then you can go whenever you're ready.
Okay, look here.
Okay, go ahead, here. So thank you, and on behalf of Mark Hoare Purification, I am truly humbled and honored to accept the National Kidney Foundation Leadership in Business Award for 2021. Thank you.
Wow, short and sweet. Love it.
Yeah.
It's like Mark. It was like Mark last year. He got. He was up there for like 30 seconds. I don't even think he was there for 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was probably closer to 15, maybe.
Can I
He was like,
can I make a suggestion?
sure.
What? Yeah.
Give me the script.
Hang on.
I'm going to put Mike on the spot here. I want him to do it in Shady Mike
No, we're not-
format.
I
No?
don't think we can do that. I mean, we don't have the get in character. Besides, Shady Mike would not do well with that, right? It would be all about him, so we don't want that.
Well, that was great. I think you beat Mark for the shortest acceptance speech, which is great because, especially in a virtual setting, it's just we got to make it as interesting and fun as we can. So I think that definitely that short speech is great. I think Shady Mike will definitely help make it interesting. I can't wait to see the Shady Mike.
Yeah.
But that was great.
You know you
I mean,
will, too.
I think this is going to be the easiest one we have to edit. So thank you.
No, not a problem. Well, one of the things that hopefully came across in one of the segments was thanking many of the people who worked tirelessly here to participate in those walks and worked on the committee and I didn't think of, could have mentioned them within the acceptance speech of that, but hopefully there was another clip where I did mention how proud I was of those teammates. And so I know a lot of times with, I guess, acceptance speeches, they, thank their mom and their dad and all of that. I didn't really think about that, but I did want to capture thanking people and so appreciative of their efforts and not wanting them to be overlooked.
Let's refilm it then. You want to do it again?
We could. You're gonna make me write some more stuff here.
Yeah.
Shady.
All right, I think I'm ready to go again.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Marcor Purification and all of the individuals who have worked so hard each and every year to make our walks successful and who created excitement and fun around these events, giving of their time and resources, we are truly humbled and honored to accept the National Kidney Foundation Leadership in Business Award for 2021.
Nice.
A little closer to 30 seconds?
You were right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think that was great. I think, yeah, again, you're good. Thank you. You're going to make this very easy. Oops, am I on mute? No. You're going to
Nope.
make this very
No.
easy for us. I didn't know if I was just talking to, like, my computer.